The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and short.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Quick slant there. Gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And returning it, here's Hamler. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
It's a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Carried by number 2. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2nd and 5.
At the Cowboys.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Another carry.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 2nd down and 4. Prescott going to throw right side here. Complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The option to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
By number 2.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. The drive keeps moving.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll set up to throw.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
That's a gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the option, here's Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Packers' 37-yard line.
Let's go. Right there.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Baker in on the
tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Hamler now on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Prescott to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This is Tony Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.